Welcome to the west coast of England. In approximately the previous 6 weeks, I have been to 4 house evictions but not uploaded the interactions. You might be wondering why. Well, more to come on that in the future uploads, but in the meantime, while they are still being produced as to why they have not been uploaded yet, I will leave you with 2 separate interactions in one day that you may or may not find interesting, revealing, or maybe just an illumination. It's all going off on the west coast of England.
Not fair at all to smash somebody's window when the vehicle windows are already down.
What I find really interesting here is a blue tent that sticks out amongst them all. What's the big secret? Ask a Freemason.
42.
42 is the big secret?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Whose car is it?
Mine.
Who's actually involved in this then?
Me.
Who are you? I'm his mother-in-law. Right, okay, and who are you?
I'm recording everything for these people.
Okay, well you don't need to do that because we're recording too.
Okay, well, I'll do what I want. Don't tell me what to do.
My last job, I used to burn people.
Burn people?
Burn people.
How do we explain burn people? That's not to do with you, it's a civil matter.
It is a civil matter.
No, it's not criminals.
It is a civil
No, stay
matter.
inside your jurisdiction. Stay inside your jurisdiction.
We give him words of advice, mate.
There is a special shake. You wouldn't know it if you saw one anyway.
Unless you're a Freemason.
You would only know by feel.
By feel.
By feel.
Is it how many times you squeeze your hand?
No, not at all.
Or is that a secret?
It's not a secret, but when you join Masonry, you find out.
So I've got to become a Freemason to find out.
You have.
Well, how much did it cost me then? Have you got a brush and a dustpan? You can't drive away, Callum. You've made a mess. Pick up your mess. He needs a brush pan to pick up the glass.
All right, mate.
Are you alright? He needs to clean up the mess.
What are you doing?
I'm recording the evidence. He's left his mess behind.
That's not
It's your glass. You made the mess. I'm going to make a reasonable assumption you're still a 3rd degree Mason.
No, I'm past master. I'm now mentoring the lodge as well.
What degree is that?
It is 3rd degree, but you go through the chair, you're master. Afterwards, you're a past master, and then you go out onto the floor again. And I'm past master waiting for my next part, and I'm, as I say, mentor. So if any of the youngsters come in and don't know, I teach them.
It's okay.
Are you a 3rd degree as well?
I certainly am.
So everybody's a 3rd degree,
Yes. Technically, there's 4 degrees.
is there?
Yes.
You've got nothing to hide. You did everything within the law. You've done a welfare check for a dog. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Anything you'd like to say to people watching this?
Can I say 7 US presidents have been Freemasons and 5 of the signatories of the Declaration of Independence were also Freemasons?
What about England then? How many Freemasons have been like?
A load. Prime ministers.
Prime ministers.
Which
Yeah.
ones?
Churchill was one.
Churchill was a
And
Freemason.
others?
He was the greatest.
Was it Anthony Eden?
Anthony, yeah.
Was as well. There's a load of prime ministers who've been Freemasons.
Why do some?
I think, yeah, but William Pitt, yeah.
Actually, you're quite chatty. Can I ask you, why do some people find Freemasons might be the ones running the world?
Because conspiracy theorists
That is an absolute conspiracy theory.
Because
It's
we
an
have
absolute
secrets.
conspiracy theory.
Any organisation that has secrets is open to conspiracy theorists, and that's the issue. And we do have, we're a society with some secrets, and our secrets are how we greet one another, how we recognise one another. As I said, you've inadvertently met lots of Masons and not realised they were Masons because it's secrets we have. How we meet one another, how we greet one another, how we can stand sometimes. All secrets.
So they walk amongst us,
Yes.
but we don't see them.
Yes, you do.
You do?
You do. I mean, when you see things like that happening there, that's when you see us.
Yeah.
And I would like to point out that the Freemasons is the 2nd largest charity fundraiser in the England after NSPCC.
Very briefly, multiple police officers and council workers came to my home, and an update of why will also be released very shortly, because since their visit, things are continuing to develop. Stay tuned, and in the meantime, I will leave you now with the context and full interactions with the Freemasons. BANAMAN, check out the video.
I won't be.
Well, that's up to you. You asked who am I? I just told you I am.
Okay.
Right, shall we all?
Yeah.
We'll all play.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, can you move your litter?
What about the damage? What about the mess you've made? Callum, you need to pick the glass up. You can't leave it like that, it's dangerous. Someone might cut themselves. Have you got a brush And a dustpan. You can't drive away, Callum. You've made a mess. Pick up your mess. He needs a brush pan to pick up the glass.
All right, mate.
Are you all right? He needs to clean up the
What are you
mess.
doing?
I'm recording the evidence. He's left his mess behind.
That's not us.
It's your glass. You made the mess. Was it a welfare check on a dog? Is that what it was?
Look,
We had a
if that saved the dog, then I'm more
well,
than happy
just
with the resolution.
Transparency. You've got nothing to hide. You did everything within the law. You've done a welfare check for a dog. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Anything you'd like to say to people watching this?
Don't leave your dogs unattended in your car.
Exactly.
That's all I have to say.
Can I just explain to you one thing?
All right. You don't know everything. I get it.
Yeah, look, there are about 3,000 police officers in the force. When I go to incidents, people are like, you should know me, you should know what's been going on. I don't know every single job,
Okay.
and I understand that's people's expectation.
But
And
I
I
never
would
said that.
expect that.
I never
But
said
like,
that. I
no,
don't-
you
someone
never
asked-
said
someone
that, but I
asked. I
understand
said
that that's the
I said a
expectation.
BANAMAN.
I don't know who that is.
It's like, well, look, if you feel like telling us what's going on,
But if the lady hadn't have asked, I wouldn't have said I'm BANAMAN. The video shows it actually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's okay.
what's going on in your home?
So, do you want to know?
Oh yeah. Well, now I'm intrigued. What's going on? Yeah.
No, it's nothing like that. The council believe there's a lot of people living in a house that should be classed as a HMO.
Okay.
Right, you know what a HMO is? High multiple occupancy. Anyway, the people in the house, they don't all share the same facilities. So there's more than 3 people.
No, we can park.
There's more than 3 people who don't share the same facilities, so it's no longer a HMO. But the council want to put it that way, then they can charge him
All right.
a license fee. But his home is his home with a lot of rooms with en-suites and kitchens. So it's not a HMO because they've got their own facilities.
Okay.
Well, that's the bit.
Yeah, do you
Anyway,
have
the
a-
police came round,
just some
the council came round, I went round with my camera, police officers,
Sorry.
and if you haven't watched it, it might give you an idea who I am if you ever see me again and what I do.
Okay. How do I find you?
BANAMAN,
Vanaman.
ban.
Ban.
You know, like you're banned from.
Oh, Banaman. Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah.
This video will be on there,
Right. Okay.
and at the end of the day, I
I
gave
believe
you
that's YouTube.
an opportunity to put the record straight why he was here,
Right.
and that will be on as well. But in the heat of the moment,
What's your name? BANAMAN.
BANAMAN, BANAMAN. Look 2 videos back, I think it is. It might be 3.
Yeah.
But it's the one where it says Serena Kennedy, Merseyside Police exposure. If I was to give some advice, which you don't need to take, it would be a case of ignore the camera, but leave the attitudes. It showed.
It shows. I understand, mate. As well. You know, in the heat of the moment, there's openness of people.
That's probably why I had
Yeah.
an attitude.
Yeah,
I had a bit
yeah,
of an attitude because I got attitude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We rub each other up the wrong way.
Yeah.
But you know, you have to consider in our job, like sometimes you speak to people
difficult.
and it's difficult because people keep speaking over you, and you can see, you get to the point that you realize these people don't even listen to me. So what's the point wasting your energy? Just focus on the job. Because if I had to argue with everybody present at scene, imagine, would I be able to bounce between everybody and look reasonable? Would I? Is it possible?
This is society. This is real, and I kept it real.
Well,
You kept it real, and you cleaned them. Do you know what? That's the bonus. That's the best thing you could have done.
do you know what? I'm happy that the dog is okay.
Yeah.
That's
I'm glad it's okay.
That's the
I get
result
it
I'm
why you've done
okay
a welfare
with.
check on a dog. I
Yeah.
get it. But how long was it before
it
when
was
you
quite
smashed the window? How long before it turned up?
An hour, I'd say. We did
Wow.
a lot of inquiries to try and contact them before smashing the window. It was genuinely the last option.
All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll see you again sometime. I've just moved to Southport, by the way. I'll see you again. What I find really interesting here is there's a blue tent that sticks out amongst them all. What's the big secret? Ask a Freemason.
42.
42 is the big secret.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well, have you never watched Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? What is the meaning of life? They put it through the computer and it comes up. Oh, there's 42.
Oh, is that to do with Freemasonry? Oh. I've heard a lot of rumours about Freemasonry. It's all about charity.
I'll see you later. Have a good one. That's what we gave away last year.
So what's this?
Just a,
52 million. So it is about charity.
it is.
And there's different degrees, I believe. I have heard that there are different degrees.
There are. It's like anything. You're a learner, you're a middleman, you're a top man. But we're all the same. This is why when you go into lodge, we wear white gloves and a black suit.
Okay.
That way, We're all equal.
Well, that's quite interesting because I've actually met a few Freemasons in my time, but they've always been police officers. Are you a police officer?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
My last job, I used to burn people.
Burn people.
Burn people.
How do you explain burn people?
I used to remove them. Tattoos.
Okay, you burn the actual tattoos
So
off.
I used the laser to burn the skin slightly, lighten tattoos, remove tattoos, so people can have them redone again. Why you want to have money taken off and then put on again, I would never understand.
Maybe when they're younger, they have an idea that something's good, and then when they get older, they come to you and get it burnt off.
And they do, and I'm not telling you the worst places that I've had to remove them from.
Right. I did see actually an image on the Facebook page the other day of a blood bike.
Yes.
What's
We had the blood bikes here yesterday. They are all bought by us, liveried, and ridden by people from our society. And it saves on average £100,000 a year to the National Health Service. They're all volunteers. Not only do they carry blood, breast milk, surgical tools, body parts, they go everywhere.
Interesting. I've seen the air ambulance in London. I believe you also...
We do. They had the air ambulance advertising pup here yesterday, and we actually have pictures of him on the motorbike, on the blood bike. But we give a lot of money to the air ambulance. If you have a look at St John's over there, all the several of the vehicles are donated by us. Good one. And we just give away money to all good causes.
It's interesting. I just saw a handshake there. Was he a Freemason?
He was, but it was just a normal handshake,
What's a normal one?
as you do for everybody. A hand.
Oh, right. Is there no special, like...
There is
shakes?
there is a special shake. You wouldn't know it if you saw one anyway.
Unless you're a Freemason?
You would only know by feel.
By feel?
By feel.
Is it how many times you squeeze your hand?
No, not at all.
Or is that a secret?
It's not a secret, but when you join Masonry, you find out.
So I've got to become a Freemason to find out.
You have.
Well, how much did it cost me then?
To sign up and have absolutely nothing. You pay a yearly charge, and that includes everything throughout the year. We have garden parties, we have barbecues and everything. And we raise money here, there and everywhere. And it all goes into the 52 million.
I do know that one of the royal families is a Freemason as well. Duke of Kent?
He is, yes.
Have you ever met him?
I haven't.
Oh, have you heard any rumours about him?
No,
No.
no.
Because he's obviously the head of England, is that correct?
He is. But when you go to Grand Lodge down in London and they have the big meets, he is there and he dresses the same as one of us.
So you've never met him yet then?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of?
Not that I know of.
Can I just ask then, before I go, what advice would you give to people watching this?
If you want to give some money back and be part of the community, come join and enjoy yourselves. We have our own lodges, we have lady Freemasons,
Doing Mexican, I think.
we have a bar, we meet up, we have a little ceremony in our lodges that is steeped in history, an awful lot to learn. I'm still learning and I've been in there 12 years.
Mexican.
We go down, we have a meal afterwards, and it is just one great, big, friendly community. Go for it.
It's interesting, you said 12 years.
Yes.
So I'm going to make a reasonable assumption you're still a third degree Mason.
No, I'm past master. I'm now mentoring the lodge as well.
What degree is that?
It is third degree, but you go through the chair, you're master. Afterwards, you're a past master, and then you go out onto the floor again. And I'm past master waiting for my next part, and I'm, as I say, mentor. So if any of the youngsters come in and don't know, I teach them.
Do you have open days?
Oh yes, yes.
Oh, when's your next one then in Southport?
Right. And then you like to
13th of September, 10 a.m. 13th is. Oh right, okay, interesting. Can I advertise that?
You can take that. We've got the blood bikes coming down, I do believe, and we're trying to get the air ambulance down there. There is an air ambulance car here today that we donated.
Okay. Are these your lodge members?
These are all colleagues of various lodges.
Let's,
And is that a little Freemason doggy?
Yes, he's our guard dog.
Okay. And what degree are you? Is that 3?
It is, yeah. That was 3. It's a yappy one.
Are you uppy one? Are you all 3rd degrees?
Yes.
yes.
The 3 degrees.
That's it. Yes, that's it. We sing and dance as well. Yeah.
There's 4 of you. Which one is a 3?
What?
There's 4 of you. Which one of you is a 3?
I'm not sure.
This is hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, and do no evil.
I know nothing.
And what about the little one?
Oh, there's another one over here. Is this your garden gnome? Can I ask you, sir? Are you a 3rd degree as well?
I certainly am.
So everybody's a 3rd degree,
Yes.
Technically, there's 4 degrees.
is there?
Yes. If you become a if you join chapter, that's the completion of Freemasonry in the craft. And sometimes we refer to it as the 4th degree.
Wow. What about the 3rd dimension?
Tell me, you believe in magic, young man? You do.
You've lost me there.
Can I ask-
Well, anyway, and it's nice to meet you all. I've never met Freemasons before, unless I've unknowingly met them.
Probably, you'll find unknowingly you've met them.
In fact, I have met one once. I was a taxi driver in 1991, and I said, "Where are you going to?" And he said, "The Freemasons Lodge," and I didn't know where it was. And he actually said it's all about charity.
Yes. Yeah, it's charity fundraising. And can I say, 7 US presidents have been Freemasons, and 5 of the signatories of the Declaration of Independence were also Freemasons.
What about England then? How many Freemasons have been like?
A load. Prime ministers.
Prime ministers.
Which
Yeah.
ones?
Churchill was one.
Churchill was a Freemason.
He was the greatest.
Was it Anthony Eden?
Anthony Eden, yeah.
Was as well. There's a load of prime ministers who've been Freemasons.
Why do some?
I think, yeah, but William Pitt, yeah.
Actually, you're quite chatty. Can I ask you, why do some people find Freemasons might be the ones running the world?
Because conspiracy theorists out there.
That is an absolute conspiracy theory.
Because
It's
we
an
have
absolute
secrets.
conspiracy theory.
Any organisation that has secrets is open to conspiracy theorists, and that's the issue. And we do have, we're a society with some secrets, and our secrets are how we greet one another, how we recognise one another. That's why I said you've inadvertently met lots of Masons and not realised they were Masons. Because the secrets we have, how we meet one another, how we greet one another, how we can stand sometimes. All secrets.
So they walk amongst us,
Yes.
but we don't see them.
Yes, you do.
You
Oh,
do.
you do.
You do. I mean, when you see things like that happening there, that's when you see us.
Yeah.
And I would like to point out that the Freemasons is the 2nd largest charity fundraiser in the England after NSPCC. We're the 2nd largest.
Wow.
I think it was 53 million. Am I right?
52 million last year.
52 million last year.
52 million last year.
52 million to deserving causes.
Went to,
I don't doubt for 1 minute you're not about charity. But however, when you get above 3rd degree, you become more enlightened, more illuminated.
Well, I will say this. I am 3rd degree. I'm not 4th degree. I became a master a couple of years ago, and that's the 3rd degree. The 4th degree is joining chapter, and I have delayed that. I'm not going to do it right now. He's trying to get me to join a chapter.
All right.
Yes, but it's more about fellowship. And one of the things I will say is, when you become a Mason, you are supported by Masons. So no matter what happens, you have support in the brethren. Right?
So why are you called Masons? Is it to do with brickwork? Do you build houses?
No. No, nobody's built anything else.
The history. Well, I'd like to say thank you very much for your conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
At any time in Southport, if I knocked on the door and said, fancy a game of chess, what would you say to me?
Well, that's
Would you play on your floor?
anyone can join.
Would you like to join?
A lot of people.
To be honest, I don't know enough about it. However, if I knew enough about it, I might be able to make an informed decision.
Take that.
What's that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
That's the whole.
Okay. Yeah. Have you any money to give me as well?
And yeah, it's not. People think it's a weird cult. It's not a weird cult. It's a brotherhood.
Yeah.
And we have ladies masons as well.
Is that the sisterhood?
A sisterhood. Yes.
And is that where you meet your wives?
No. No.
Brothers? Well, in this day and age, you can go yourself a Mars bar, can't you?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for that.
Right, next question.
Sorry?
Next question. Who are we?
Prime Minister, but
Who are we? Would you like me to ask you that on camera?
No, who are you?
Oh, me? I'm just like a media bloggist, journalist. Tell you what I did notice.
in touch with you, like.
Your tent's different to everybody else's.
Do you live
That's
over in
because we put our own tent up. It's not one of theirs.
All right, well, that's been an interesting conversation. Obviously, people don't ask enough questions.
No, I know. We had one come here yesterday, and he was terribly Illuminati this, Illuminati that, saying we are devil worshippers and everything.
Yeah, but
We're used to it. He's even got on there the Pope is a lizard. You
number of
know,
lodges,
that's the type of
different
person.
lodges.
Is that just another metaphoric name for a shapeshifter?
Why the-
So, like, for instance, if I called you a lizard and you shape society, that's what you might be.
Okay,
It's
so
no- I don't know.
under what do we find you?
You
Banaman. B-A-N-A-M-A-n.
It's not for you.
Banaman.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
wonderful.
Sorry? Pentecostal church? No. I am. I do believe in a creator. Do you have a creator? Supreme being. Right, okay. See, I follow the Bible as well, so I don't know
Yeah,
whether.
yeah.
Do you follow the Bible?
We follow the Bible as well.
Which Bible's that?
A Bible. It doesn't matter if
The
you
best ones are the
are
plumbers and the electricians. They always come in handy.
Jewish, whatever. As long as there is a supreme being in your life, that's it.
Do you all have like scriptures to follow? A ceremony?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Which applies
They're
to all
not here. Yeah, this is
All
the
right.
word.
Yeah.
So this is where we say, to your God.
Yeah. I
We
get it.
don't say to God, to your God.
So if you believe in one God, you might believe in a different God.
That's right. Yep. Absolutely.
All right, that's
fine.
interesting.
Yeah.
There's only one God.
Yeah.
How are you interpreting?
Okay, that's a fair point. Yeah. My channel is based on current affairs regarding house evictions. How the police, the bailiffs, and the people, they all come together. There's a house being evicted. There's a warrant.
Yeah.
On the warrant, there's no signature. There's no name of the judge.
No. It could be anybody and photocopied.
Do you believe that warrants should have names and signatures on them? Whoever authorised it, like a judge.
They should
Well,
do.
again, they don't need it. It's good. It's anything.
I don't know. Do you know in legislation? I do read a bit of legislation. I think it's the Electronic Communications Act 2000, Section 7. It states the name and the signature of an individual creating it in electronic form. So when they print one off and they come up with one, there's never a name and never a signature. However, one the other day did turn up with a signature. And I say to myself, why is there a signature on this warrant when normally there never is? What's going on there?
Do you know what I see this man as?
Diplomat.
This is the man that goes around different factory buildings flying his drone and saying, I can do this, I can tell you law and legislation. I've seen him as well.
DJ Audits you're talking about?
DJ Audit.
Have you watched his
yes.
videos?
I have, yes.
I interviewed him about 2 or 3 years ago, just before he started his channel properly. And hasn't he done well?
Really is. He's well known now. And I just love the way he can stand there and rip people down. Really is good.
Is he a Freemason? What do you
Bradley
say?
Walsh.
Bradley Walsh?
Bradley Walsh.
Oh, right, okay.
Rick Wakeman.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I can imagine there's a lot. I can imagine there's a lot.
Let me ask you a serious question.
Yeah.
Who is the oldest Freemason that you know of?
That I know of,
That you know of?
the only one that I could think of that might be, would be the Duke of Kent.
Older than that?
Older than the Duke of Kent?
Yep.
How old is the Duke of Kent?
That's because he's probably 90s now.
His 90s. So there's someone older than that.
Yeah.
Are they famous?
Yeah. You knew them as children.
Was Jimmy Savile a Freemason?
Definitely not.
No. I don't know. Is it a secret?
No.
Is it you? Fred Flintstone?
They were in the Royal Order of Buffaloes, which is an American little kind of offshoot, isn't it?
But that's cartoon character. That's make-believe.
Yeah, but as I said, that you know of. I never said that they're in real life.
So Fred Flintstone,
Was in
Is
the
it-
Royal Order of Buffaloes, which is a
I'd love to know more, but I've got to become a member, haven't I? You know.
I must admit, there is nothing in here that mixes, you know, it doesn't matter what religion, what you believe, there's nothing that screws with it. I mean, if we don't talk race, religion or politics.
I sometimes get a bit cheeky with police officers on my camera. You'll see it in the videos. But I do it to test the professionalism.
Yeah.
You know what? To be fair, there are some good cops out there. But they always fail at the way they deal with me. I'm a bit of a pain, but they always rise for the camera when they shouldn't.
Yeah.
I think they should have some training.
I worked at Pinewood Film Studio, so I'm used to it.
Yeah. Fair enough. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. It's been nice speaking to you.
And you've just spoken to an ex-police officer.
Yeah, you did tell me on camera.
No.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Have a good one. I'll do it with Alan. All right.
Now, is this
I don't know.
That's a normal handshake.
All right. Okay. No, you know I'm not a Freemason.